Welcome. This is Octavia, Faith, and Raheem with a guided rest practice for leaders who are on their journey to becoming more devoted to rest. You can engage this practice while sitting up or laying down. You can keep your eyes open. You can also close them too. Either way, soften your gaze, notice your breath, and let's begin. So, when I'm in a space with just about anyone, I will always ask you what part of you is most in need of rest. And and you also know that I will offer you an opportunity to say it aloud, but the real point is to simply you don't have to answer the question for me or anybody else listening. You're answering the question, what part of you is most in need of rest for and to yourself. And then now I also know and appreciate and see it appreciated when I ask what's really awakened within you. And you can take whichever option right now serves you best. What part of you is most in need of rest? What's really awakened within you? And then we're gonna lay down with that part. So, do you have your answer?
I do. It's 2
Okay.
words instead of 1. I tried.
That's okay. It can be it can be two two words. And so my invitation is going to be for you to hold those two words, which are likely indicative of some place or some aspect of your being or identity that's in need of rest, to hold them steady, closely, and yet lightly, and then get ready to lay down. And for this, I'm going to invite you to turn the camera off. And if you want to share aloud, you can. If you put into the chat what the to a private chat what the two words are, what I'm going to do right here is design a rest practice to support that part of you that's most in need of rest. Because I think that's what you answered versus what's most awake for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How's that sound?
It sounds great. I'm gonna put it in the chat. May I ask permission to share it aloud because I want to ask for help?
Yes, I'm just offering whatever makes you feel the most held and
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
do that. Yeah.
I'm gonna take a risk, I'm gonna say it out loud so that
Okay.
I can ask for help from everyone who experiences this and is impacted by this experience that you've created. What is in need of most rest for me right now is future planning.
Okay. 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 Thank you so much for sharing that out loud. I know that will serve someone to hear that, and I know it's a risk to say here's what's needing the rest within me. I think as a leader, it can even feel risky just to say I need rest. I'm tired. I'm in this piece, right? So I don't take that we're having this conversation in a public way, and that you have also revealed like here's the part of me that's most in need of rest. Okay. So I'm gonna go off camera. I'm gonna invite you to go off camera, or maybe I'll stay. I'll stay because we're recording. um, so as you prepare to to rest, begin to move 1% slower than your mind and body might tell you to, without forcing it to be that way. Just see if you can move 1% slower. And depending on where you are, you might decide to sit in a chair, but put your head down at your desk. If it's available to you and you're in a safe place, you can lay down. How you set up to rest is a rest practice. It is an essential part of the practice. And if that's what you have access to doing right now, then you do that. As you're setting up, notice, notice your body. And as you're setting up and you start to notice and tune into your body, notice your breath. Noticing does not mean shifting, changing, or manipulating in any way. And what often happens, what we start to pay attention to, let's say the breath, it will organically deepen. So, what are we doing right now? We are setting conditions for us to rest. And what we are collectively and then individually resting for right now is the part that is often future planning. I'm going to invite you to consider this awareness of the body is also awareness of the present moment. And part of that is simply because the body can only be here and now. Yet the mind, with its vast imagination and so many multi layers and textures, can be in 1987 and scoot forward into 2030 and then drop back into what was happening 2 minutes ago. And that's a beautiful capacity. And unchecked, it can be an exhausting capacity and pattern. So, my first offering to resting future planning is simply going to be to bring awareness to what is supporting you right now, the chair, the floor, and to notice where that tool of support, chair or floor, whatever it is, touches your body. And notice your body becoming aware of the support available to it, to you. And then return your attention and awareness to your breath. Notice the inhale and notice the exhale. So we're noticing the movement of the breath, the inhale and the exhale. And then the movement of breath is ultimately made possible because there's a pause. It's just like the sound we hear within rhythm is possible because of the space or the pause. So after your next inhalation, notice the pause. And then after your next exhalation, notice the pause. And again, we aren't manipulating, shifting, changing. We're not tugging on the breath in any way, trying to make it do anything. We are just witnessing. First, we looked at and then witnessed the movement of the breath, the inhale and the exhale. And now we're just noticing, oh, there's a pause right there. So notice the pause. And then we'll combine this awareness of the movement and the stillness together. So notice your next inhalation, and then notice the pause, then notice the exhale, and then notice the pause. And just do that 2 more times on your own. Notice the inhale, that movement, and the pause. Notice the exhale, that movement, and the pause. And again, 1 more time. And then allow your attention or awareness that's focused on that movement and stillness of breath to soften. And on your next inhalation, just silently, internally say, I am here. And then on your next exhalation, internally, silently say, I am here. Inhale, I am here. Exhale, 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 I am here. Continue that on your own for 1 minute. And if the words float away, let them float. You don't reach forward to grab them or reach back to grab them. You just notice, okay, the words drifted away. 1 minute. Notice your breath. Notice your body and that it is being supported and held right now. We may not know what tomorrow holds. We do know that we are held. There's a time and a place for all things. There's a time for rest. There's a time for creating and doing. There's a time for planning. This is a time for presence. As you come back into, I invite you to now inhale and say in a whisper, I am here. And exhale, say in a whisper, I am here. And then let that speaking voice become louder. Inhale, I am here. Exhale, I am here. And then in your normal speaking voice, as you come back up, I am here. I am here. I am here. So you are welcome to continue with that statement, that repetition. I am here. I am here. You're welcome to let it go and keep resting. You are also welcome to journal and free write for the next 30 seconds or so.